I think a lot of it's press hype. You know, he's not as crazy as everyone thinks he may be from those headlines, but also he's not as perfect as he may portray himself to be. I think the two together it just makes him human. I think that's what's fascinating about how I know him and how we try to show that truth in our movie. And we don't necessarily have all the answers. I think we should present the paths that he's going to go in, that he has a choice in. And I think you get to see that inside he actually has a really great foundation. He's a good kid, and that's the only reason I would do a movie like this and come back. I think it's the realization that he has this power. I think there was heartbreak that affected him a lot this year. I think that the idea that he had an empire, and now being 18, 19 years old, could control this and have creative control and do certain things. I think that was not just for a growth for himself, but for the whole team around him. And I thought that I'd never seen that before. I'd never seen it on that level. And so it was really cool. And you get to see him flourish. You get to see the wings being grown. I love this moment at the end when Scooter, who's his manager, a longtime manager, and him are in the kitchen. And it's just, we're not even really supposed to be filming at that point. I just had it on. We're just talking naturally. And they start talking about how this past year has been tumultuous for even their own relationship. That Scooter, who found him when he was 26 years old, was also a kid when they first met. And now Justin, being 19 years old, they're more on equal grounds. And Justin puts his arm around him. And there's this really interesting moment because he's no longer that kid. And we don't have to say one word in the documentary about it. You just watch it happen. And you get to see that these two are now cohorts in this, and not just a manager and client thing. And I thought that was really intimate and beautiful. And you see that they were kids when they started this, and they're both growing up. There's this really amazing shot of inside this truck as they're trying to get through traffic, and it's just surrounded by fans, and they're pounding. I mean, it's like that scene in Argo, fans pounding, and it's about 20 minutes long. We couldn't obviously show 20 minutes, but I always wanted to open the movie on just 20 minutes of pounding and what it's like to be inside this car, because it's crazy. You would never imagine the intensity you feel when you're trapped inside there by fans. Oh, there's a guy who has an amazing tattoo of Justin on his thigh that you get to see in the movie. It's giant, pretty almost life size of his face, and many other things that you have to see in the movie. But that was definitely a highlight that we all were shocked when we saw.